name is Justin Doctor, and I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at CompIntelligence. One of the services that we provide at CompIntelligence is to meet with all of the equity stakeholders at a company, review any plan documents and existing documentation, and make recommendations on how to improve efficiency, compliance, and be more in line with industry best practices. Today, we are going to talk through one of the top 5 stock plan process recommendations with our Director of Consulting and Administration, Michelle Tomasetti.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Tomasetti. I am the Director of Outsourced Administration and Consulting here at CompIntelligence. A little bit about me, I've been in this industry for about 20 years, working with both public and private companies through the IPO process to establishing large, global, complex equity plans. And I manage the day-to-day administration of plans now through our outsourcing team. And a lot of my time is focused on providing companies with consulting regarding best practices and efficiencies within their plan setup. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about whether you're using your system effectively and how do you evaluate that. One of the key things that we find as we look at how a company is using their equity provider is whether or not they are using all the modules available to them. All of the equity vendors and brokers are constantly providing updates and new platform modules and additions. And so every year you want to be meeting with your client service manager to make sure you're taking advantage of all of those modules. So some that come up often is regarding proxy, performance, retirement eligibility, financials, different things that you may not have used when you implemented your system, maybe several years ago, and your plan didn't have that feature, that now you realize if you could use that feature, it would make your life easier. So you always want to meet with your client relationship manager or your client service manager annually to see what are the services that they are offering that you're not taking advantage of. A lot of times they're at no cost because there are new modules and programs and enhancements that have been made to the software. So we always recommend that. We also sometimes see where maybe you configured your system several years ago, those modules weren't available, and so now you have a manual process. Whether you're doing that in Excel or you're taking multiple reports to create a custom report, online grant agreements, performance, whether that rating is 0 to 200%. All of those items are things that we see that often are missed in configuration because either they weren't available or you weren't using them at this time that you went through implementing the new system that now you could be taking advantage of. There are several easy fixes that we see when it comes to improving functionality of the system. Certainly, inbound file feeds to your equity platform, right? Making sure your demographic and your year-to-date is on an automated file feed and you're not manually inputting that data into your platform. Online grant agreements. Performance, making sure that your performance awards are set up in the system in a way that the employee understands, you can get the correct financial reporting, and the idea of bad data in, bad data out, right? The more data you provide in your equity system, maybe that's cost centers, department numbers, managers, the more information you put in the system, the better your output will be in terms of reporting. So you want to make sure that you're populating as much as you can so that you can look at the reporting out. So those are just some high level items that we see come up when it comes to configuration and use of the system. Again, retirement eligibility, dividends, grant agreements, performance, sell to cover, withhold to cover, maybe it's employee election of higher tax values or their withholding method if you allow them to have an election of sorts. Those are things that we would tell you to meet with your CSM on, your client relationship manager, and evaluate whether you're using your system effectively and whether you could be getting more out of it.
Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you found the information helpful. If you would like to discuss how CompIntelligence can help your company, please visit our website at CompIntellgence.com or call us at 203-941-0723. Be on the lookout for our next video on stock plan process recommendations.